What's going on, y'all? This is the Universal1 getting back at you guys on the great informative video, right? Uh, Thank you for hitting that play button and spending a little time with me this evening. Thank you for visiting the Universal World Network channel. Um, I want to have a little discussion here today, this evening. Nothing too heavy. I just finished doing session 3 of book 1 of the Law on 1, the raw material, and I had mentioned something. What I mentioned was um listening to that knock, or can you hear that knock? Could I hear that knock? Can you hear that knock? Can you hear that knock? Can you hear the knock at the door? What do I mean by that? What do I mean by hearing that knock on the door? I mean, do you hear the inner voice? A lot of people talk about, I grew up in the Catholic and Christian church. And growing up in the Catholic and Christian church, they always talk about God is knocking, but can you hear? God is knocking at the door or at your door. Can you hear it? And I never really grasped that question. I never really understood that question. But today I understand it. I think I understand it a lot more better than I did back when I was going to a church. Now I'm not knocking churches, I'm not knocking religion. I'm definitely not one of a religious, I don't have a religious background or faith anymore. Um that knock, that knock at the door, do you hear God knocking? What that truly means to me is, do you hear your inner voice? Do you hear your best self? Um I don't know if you ever heard that expression. How does it go? How's that expression go? Are you your best you, right? Are you your best you? Am I my best me? I don't think I'm quite there yet. I understand that that's where I'm trying to be now. I understand that that's the purpose and the goal in this life, in this physical world, in this reality. For me, I'm not saying that's what it should be or that's what it should mean to everyone else. But I'm are y- are you living the life that you want to live? Are you happy? Are you happy with the way things are going in your life? A lot of times, if we listen to that inner voice, if we listen to that knock on the door, that that God in you, that God in you, that God really is knocking at your door. Um, it's just a matter of if we want to listen or not. And I'm learning with my experience in this life, with this new journey that I find myself on, is that if I listen to that inner voice, if I listen to that knock on my door, if I listen to that perfect, that best me that there is inside of me, because that's in all of us. That's in all of us. That knock on the door, that knock that we all seem to be avoiding. That's in all of us. That knock is in all of us, and it's talking to us each and every day. God is talking to you each and every day. Um, well, it's to my belief, it's to my faith now, today, that that the creative source, the the creative, the prime creator of everything, God, if you want to call it God, is part of me. It's part of you. It's part of everything. Part of everyone in this reality, in this universe, in all of creation. And we all have the power. I believe we all have the power to live the lives that we want to live, right? But you need to start. We need to start listening to that knock. We're getting that knock each and every day. Um, let's see if I can use myself as an example. So I'm going through something right now at work, right? At my place of employment. So I paint for a living. I'm a professional painter. I paint with a gravity gun. Um, I can paint cars. If that was my job, I can do it. I paint signs for a living, but my profession is no different than painting a car. Actually, mine is a little bit worse. When you paint cars, you use one color for a whole car. I paint multiple colors a day. I mix my own colors. I mix my own custom paints. My job is one of some skill, and I'm underpaid, like most of us in the workforce. We're underpaid, underappreciated, and so I've been the only painter for a very long time. I'm going on 5 years painting for this place, and they hire from time to time. We have a big turnover. People don't last long, and they finally got someone to call their backup painter, which is cool because I can use a backup painter. Anyhow, I come to find out that this backup painter is getting a higher, better salary than me. Now, this painter is inexperienced, and this person doesn't paint much. I mean, I don't miss much time. Backup painter is exactly what it sounds like. You did, just in case I need to be gone, all right, or if I have to be out, or if I call out. But that's not me. I'm pretty responsible and accountable. So, you know, I, I'm supposed to. How am I supposed to train someone that is making more money than me? How am I supposed to help someone when it's time for them to paint that makes more money than me? I mean, all right. So the way I handled it was I approached the situation. I spoke to the foreman, and it all boils down to, listen, the owner doesn't want to be bothered with this shit. Excuse my language. That's how it was. That's how it was delivered to me. So off impulse, you want to speak up, and you're upset, and I'm upset, and we got to get to the bottom of this, because I don't know in what reality, but that just proves the kookiness. That just proves the how flipped inside out our world is today. So I can't approach the situation because the owner of the place doesn't want to deal with the shit. So how do I handle the situation? Well, I'll tell you what I didn't do, because I'm starting to listen to that inner voice. I'm starting to listen to that knock. I'm starting to listen to that best me inside, that God in me. I'm being guided. We're being guided, yeah. We're being spoken to. We just need to hear it. And I'm being guided. So I carry on. Business as usual. With one exception. When it's time for this person to paint, I'm not training them and I'm not helping them. I'll just go about my business and do what I was designated to do that day that the person's designated to paint now. And I just go about my business. And I'll do what I'm supposed to do. So, I thought a situation came up today where we was actually going to be able to open these channels so where we can discuss it, but it didn't happen. But what I'm trying to do, yeah, is I'm not being loud about it, and, there's no need to argue with anyone. When the time presents itself, I will be able to approach it. But I'm trying to be smart about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I keep seeing my numbers. I keep seeing these numbers. I'm getting 111, 1010. I'm getting 44, 55. Now I know 555 is supposed to mean big change for the positive, right? And I don't know why, but I get this feeling inside that there is big change for the positive coming. I feel that inside. So being in my thoughts, being aware of what's going on inside, and listening to my inner voice, listening to the God in me say, listen, there's no need to explode. Let's take this one day at a time. The opportunity will present itself, and for whatever crazy reason, I feel like I don't know if the change is gonna happen. It's big change, positive change. So if I play my cards right, maybe this change could be happening at my place of employment. Maybe something big, a big, I mean, I gotta stay in the positive. I stay in the positive thought, yeah. Alright. So I'm trying to listen to that knock. Do you hear that knock? Can you hear that knock? I hear that knock each and every day. Every time a situation arises, I hear that knock. Alright? So it hasn't come across yet. This is how I'm handling in that situation. I hope that someone of importance in that place comes to me and says, hey, what's going on? Why aren't you training the painter, the backup painter? Why aren't you helping the backup painter? Then calmly, I will be able to bring up that situation. All right. So I feel like I'm coming out ahead, and we haven't even touched the topic yet at my place of employment. But I got this feeling inside. A lot of times we choose not to listen to that voice. A lot of times we choose to pay it no mind. A lot of times you hear it. You hear it, and you know that you should be listening to this voice. You know that you should be listening to that knock at the door, but you don't. And I'm here to say that we need to start paying attention to that knock at the door. You do hear that knock at the door, and I know you hear that knock at the door. And let me tell you, once we start paying mind to that knock at the door, oh, baby, does the world change in a better way. You know, I could come on and I could make videos about all the corrupt and horrible stuff that's going on in our world today, you know. But something is telling me inside that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. What I'm supposed to be doing is trying to get positive thought into my brothers and my sisters. I should be getting us to think, you know, more consciously. All right, y'all, be aware of what's going on in that mind. Listen to that knock. Listen to that knock. It's there. All we have to do is pay it some mind. Give it a try and tell me if you're honest with yourself, and if you give it a try and give that voice to listen to and open that door and welcome that voice into your life. Because if you're listening to this video right now, and if you stayed at 13 minutes and you still listening to my video, then you know you hear that knock. Alright, now it's time to start opening that door and let that voice in, and let that voice have some control in your life. Let that voice guide you. Accept the guidance. That is the God in us. That is our best, higher selves in all of us that's trying to talk to us. All we got to do is pay it some mind. All we got to do is take a little heed. And I promise you that your life will turn around for the better, if not already there. Alright? Now, I'm not saying that, you know, I don't know how we're living our lives. I'm just trying to help. If it's just one person out there that knows what I'm talking about, you know, give it a try. Next time you hear that knock at the door, open up that door and let that voice help out. Alright, yeah. Everyone have a good evening. I love you all. Extend that hand to those in need, because you never know when it could be you and me who are in need, y'all. Remember that love is the way, love is key, love can conquer all. This is Universal 1 coming at you guys from the Universal World Network channel. I'm getting out of here, y'all. Peace.